some statements carry a cost. Mohammad Yunus is now paying the price.
7 states of India, eastern part of India, called Seven Sisters, they are landlocked country, landlocked region of India. They have no way to reach out to the ocean. We are the only guardian of the ocean for all this region. So this opens up a huge possibility. So this could be an extension of the Chinese economy.
Yunus made that statement in March during his visit to China. He urged China to use Bangladesh as a gateway, as an access point to India's northeast. This statement didn't go unnoticed in New Delhi. This weekend, India took action. The government announced a series of trade restrictions. Bangladeshi exports will now face curbs. They won't have access to all the land ports. A range of imports have been impacted by this order, from ready-made garments, that's the largest export of Bangladesh and a vital source of dollar inflows, to plastic items and wooden furniture. Even carbonated drinks, bakery, confectionery, cotton yarn and dyes. Its exporters will now lose access to 4 key land routes: Tripura, Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram, all located in India's northeast. These gateways are now closed to Bangladesh. New Delhi isn't just closing its doors, it's matching Bangladesh measure for measure. Dhaka had earlier restricted Indian yarn shipments. They allowed imports only through sea routes. Now India has responded. Several imports from Bangladesh face the same restrictions now. They can only use the seaport entry. This follows Dhaka's moves to tighten the scrutiny of Indian imports. Reports say Indian trucks face more checks and aggressive inspection in Bangladesh. So, in a way, India is deploying the strategy of reciprocity, a tit-for-tat move triggered by Dhaka's own restrictions. These curbs can hurt the economy of Bangladesh. It's already under strain. Dhaka needs more foreign exchange. Its books are under pressure. India's curbs could impact $770 million worth of exports. That's nearly 42% of Bangladesh's shipments by land to India. But India has legitimate reason to be concerned. Under Yunus, China has made deeper inroads in Bangladesh. In March, the chief advisor visited Beijing and signed multiple deals. This includes at least 8 MOUs. New investments were announced. This included a Chinese economic zone in Chittagong and the modernization of the Mongla port, the second largest seaport of Bangladesh. China is also showing new interest in the Teesta River project. Earlier, New Delhi was assured exclusivity. Now Beijing is back at the table. Yunus also walked away with significant financial commitments. China committed around $2 billion in loans, grants and investments. The message for New Delhi was loud and clear. Yunus is pitting China against India. And now that New Delhi has responded, Bangladesh wants to have a dialogue with India. An advisor of Yunus has spoken. He says Dhaka wants to resolve trade issues with New Delhi. But the tone from New Delhi has shifted. This is no longer just about trucks or tariffs. India is drawing a red line. Trade and provocations cannot go together. Yunus may call northeastern India landlocked, but it's New Delhi that has now locked him out.